Hola my beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurishq, and in today's video I'm gonna help you out what can you do if you got like a wrong foundation shade, how to make the most out of it, right? It happens so often with us makeup junkies. We check a shade online and we get the wrong shade in reality, and it sucks because foundations are expensive, dude, and makeup in general is expensive, so we definitely don't want that moolah to go to waste and make the most out of it. So if you want to know how you can make the most of your wrong foundation or even a concealer shade, then please keep on watching. Alright, so the first hack, if you got your foundation or concealer in a shade that's too light for you, you can actually mix that in with your moisturizer and DIY your own tinted moisturizer, because obviously the coverage of a tinted moisturizer will be quite natural, so it's not going to whitewash your face and just make you look fresh and awake. And the second hack to use up your wrong foundation shade, if it's too light, you can actually use it as your brightening concealer. So use a foundation that's your correct shade, and on top of that you can actually use it as a brightening concealer underneath your eyes. It really, gives the light back to your face, and it won't look like whitewash because you're just using it as a concealer, and just really bring the light back to the face. Alright, and the third hack to make the most of your wrong foundation shade, ideally a lighter foundation shade, you can actually mix it in with your liquid blush and make like a very natural liquid blush / cheek tint that's gonna sit very beautifully and have a like subtle flush of color on your cheeks. And for the hack number 4, if you do not have an alternative foundation shade and you have to somehow use your lighter foundation shade because you got no options, sis, I got you covered. So what you can do is apply your lighter foundation shade on your face like you would usually do, and then set it with a high coverage compact powder that is your complexion or a shade darker, and it will just beautifully neutralize the foundation for you. And the fifth hack, if you got a shade that's too light for you, a concealer or a foundation shade, you can actually use that as your eye base, and the colors, your eyeshadows will really pop on top of a lighter foundation or a concealer shade. Alright, so the fifth hack, if you got like a deeper foundation shade, you can actually mix in your foundation with some moisturizer or body lotion and scrape off some highlighter and mix it in there and apply all over your body, your arms, legs, your chesticles, your collarbones, and it will give a very nice tanned body glow, and oh, it looks beautiful, trust me, done that, love it. And the sixth hack, to utilize a foundation shade that's a little too dark for you, you can actually use it as your transition shade, as your eyeshadow transition shade. It works equally beautifully. Just make sure that your eyelid is not already set with powder, and it will turn as a beautiful transition shade, very natural and just melting into the skin. And the seventh hack, to use a foundation shade that's a little too dark for you, you can obviously use it as a contour or as a bronzer depending upon the undertone. It's gonna serve as a nice, very natural bronzer and cream contour, so you can definitely utilize a foundation like that. And the eighth hack, to use a foundation or a concealer shade that's a little too dark for you, you can actually use it as your color neutralizer or your color corrector. So basically the deeper foundation or concealer shade shall neutralize the darkness or pigmentation underneath your eyes, around your mouth, and then you can go over with your correct foundation shade for a flawless base. Ninth hack, to use a deeper foundation or concealer shade, preferably in this case the foundation should be either in a stick format or the concealer should either be in a stick format or like a pot format. So basically it has to be a little thicker in consistency. You can also use it as your lip liner. Yes, I said that. All you gotta do is take your lip lining brush and beautifully overline and carve out those lips. And the last but not the least, the 10th hack, a little obvious, alright, so you can actually mix in your deeper foundation shade with like a lighter foundation shade to make your correct match. And there you go. With all these hacks you can make the most out of your wrong foundation shades, and for next time, be a little wise, watch this video and get your foundation shade, the correct foundation shade, in store or online. So thank me later, alligator. And with that, we're gonna call it a wrap. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in my next one.